Welcome to Port St. Lucie's virtual town hall for youth. On the line, we have Mr. Wallman, and he is from the Treasure Coast High School. But throughout the day, we're going to have 6 classes, and 6 classes will be 44 students who are going to be asking our panelists a variety of questions. And I'd like to introduce our panel. First of all, I'd like to start with Port St. Lucie Police Department Officer Knaggs over here. Then we have Sarah Prohaska, who is our Communications Director. Then we have our Mayor, Shannon Martin.
Good morning, everyone.
We have Ella Gilbert, who is the Deputy City Attorney.
Good morning.
And Kate Parmelee, our Strategic Initiative Director.
Good morning.
Thank you all for coming here today. And today we're going to showcase the Florida Government Week. And with Florida Government Week, we want to engage our students in all the incredible stuff we do here at the city. So the students have received bios of what you guys do for your jobs, and they've received your pictures, and they've been studying that throughout the week. They've come up with curriculum-based questions to ask you. And I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Wallman and have him introduce his students and give us a little brief overview of what his class does. Mr. Wallman?
Good morning. We're glad to be here today, and our kids are ready to ask some questions. And we've been working on political parties, interest groups, and the Constitution. So we're looking towards seeing what the local government does as compared to the federal government. We focus a lot on the federal government, so it's nice to see what goes on at the local level.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start introducing my students, and they will ask you guys questions. Abigail.
Hi, my name is Abigail Bell, and my question is for Ella Gilbert. And my question is, what led you towards a career in local government?
Good morning. What led me to a career in local government, it was basically 2 things. The first thing was I have a strong desire to serve others, and I wanted to make sure I had a career that I worked very, very clearly toward a mission-driven organization. And then the second thing was I'm a person that I need to see results more immediately than not. And in local government, you have the opportunity to see the results of projects that you're working on, coming to fruition rather quickly. So that was what led me to the career in local government. Now, one thing I can say is that I am the daughter of a government employee, and I vowed when I was in high school that I would never work for government, and my entire career has been in government. So I would caution all of the students to be careful about what you vow that you say you won't do, because you may wind up doing that very thing. But thank you for the question.
Hello, my name. Oh wait, is it muted? Oh, hello, my name's Byron Beckford, and I have a question for Miss Martin. So, can you please explain the hierarchy of the local government?
Sure. So here in Port St. Lucie, we have a council manager form of government. And what that means is our city manager runs the day-to-day operations of the city and is in charge of all the employees here in Port St. Lucie and how everything runs. And the council is 5 members. It's a mayor and 4 district council members representing the 4 districts here in Port St. Lucie. And we are the legislative body and the policy makers. And so we make decisions based on city contracts, based on policies, laws, which are our ordinances and resolutions, and work with other local governments and our state government and our federal government to get things done for our citizens here in Port St. Lucie.
Thank you.
name is Ty Everett, and my question is for Officer Knaggs. I want to know, what is the most rewarding and challenging part of your job?
Well, first and foremost, Ty, good morning. Thank you for the question. So as far as the rewarding part of my job, I would say that I want to make change, and I want to touch the lives that I make contact with. I want to be that person that someone can actually turn to someone else after having a conversation with me and saying, you know, that's the type of police officer that I think we should all be able to deal with. I enjoy mentorship and just a conversation. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to us. My most challenging part of the job, I would say, is dealing with some of the best people on their worst days. So thank you again for the question.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julius Moreno. This question is for Mayor Shannon Martin. What are your responsibilities pertaining to the increasing number of houses being built?
So we are a growing city, and thank you for that question. That's one that comes up quite frequently. This city, and I'm sure you've seen that as you drive around Port St. Lucie, and your friends and your family does too. And so when we were founded back in 1961, we were a platted community, and what that means is our city was broken up into 80,000 single-family lots. And so with those properties and those single-family lots comes the inherent right for anyone to be able to build a single-family home. So as we are growing, our responsibility here on the City Council is to be able to manage that growth and provide for all the services that are needed in order to do so. That being adding more police officers, making sure our traffic laws are followed there as far as the increase in people traveling on our roads, making sure that we have the proper infrastructure, and also making sure that we have the proper amount of parks or building on our quality of life. So managing it the best way we possibly can is how we deal with all of the added growth that is coming to Port St. Lucie. Thanks for that question.
Good morning. My name is Kaylin Oprescu. I just wanted to thank you guys for doing this Zoom meeting with our class. I think it's really cool that you're allowing us to get sort of a better connection with local government. And as it was just mentioned, Port St. Lucie is a growing city. So my question is for Ms. Parmelee. What are the city's plans on developing mass transit?
Good morning, Kaylin. Thank you so much for that question and for your interest in local government. We're really excited to talk to you all this morning, too. It's a great opportunity. So in terms of mass transit, I know that your class is studying the different roles of different governments. So in the city of Port St. Lucie, transit is actually managed by St. Lucie County, the St. Lucie County Board of County Commissioners. So that's one of those areas where the city is more of an advocate for our residents in that process. There is transit provided through St. Lucie County. We've had some increased activity in transit. We've just opened a park and ride lot this year in partnership with St. Lucie County and the Transportation Planning Organization. But we do know at the city that transit is an area, as the city grows, that the city council has been advocating for increased opportunities for mass transit. We have a micro transit pilot underway right now. So we're looking at new transit options where it's a bit more flexible. We've even partnered on an autonomous vehicle potential pilot project we've applied for a federal grant that would expand that offering. So we're really looking at ways that we can better serve the residents in the unique role the city plays. And through our strategic planning process, we track resident satisfaction with that area. We do know that's below the national benchmark right now. So we continue to talk to St. Lucie County and collaborate with them and see if there's ways we can increase the services provided. So we do see this as an area of need. That we know that there's a lot of students that may not have a vehicle that would probably like to ride the transit system. So I really encourage you to get involved and provide your comments on transit offerings through St. Lucie County, through the St. Lucie County Transportation Planning Organization, because your voice would be very helpful. There's a planning process every year where they look at their transit options and they update them, and having you get involved in that process would get us better information and provide those partners more information on how to improve transit in the city of Port St. Lucie.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello again, I'm Byron Beckford, and I have a question for Mrs. Prohaska. What challenges and responsibilities does local government have pertaining to education and today's struggles with the coronavirus?
Thank you, Brian. That's a really great question. And as everyone knows, the past year has been extremely challenging with COVID-19. Here at the city, as Kate said, we follow proper procedures of who is in charge of what, and the health department is the main, St. Lucie County Health Department is the main entity in charge of carrying out the response to COVID-19, but we also have to follow the governor's orders, executive orders. So here at the city, we're just making sure we follow we follow the guidance given to us by the health department and the governor in the information that we put out. But we have made it a really big priority to provide information to our residents, accurate, impartial information to our residents through our website and through our social media accounts. So at least no matter how you feel about the issue of masks or vaccines, you can find some impartial, accurate information about where to get a vaccine if you want it, the guidance given to us by the health department and the CDC on the city's website. It is www.cityofportstlucie.com/COVID, and we update that. We've been updating it since COVID started, but we still update that at least weekly with the new information that the health department gives us about where you can get a vaccine. So we make sure we try to have that information available to our residents at all times, no matter how you feel about the issue. If you want a vaccine, we want to make sure you know where to go get it, where you can get a COVID test if you need it. So all of that information is on our website. Also, the city has partnered with a local doctor, a local pulmonologist here named Dr. Mark Paymer, who has really made it his mission to vaccinate as many people who want a vaccine, make it available here locally in Port St. Lucie for them to get a vaccine. And our emergency management department has worked with him and set up vaccine pods in neighborhoods throughout the city. So they've hit pretty much every part of the city, so people don't have to travel to get a vaccine if they want one. And we are still doing those pods today. If you go onto our website, I think we've got some set up. We just had one last week, and I know we've got some more coming. So that is another way that the city has tried to advocate and help with this. But our main job is to get accurate information out to the public, and if you use our website, that's our goal. And our website's a great tool for anyone who wants to learn anything about any of the stuff we're talking about today. I invite you to go to cityofpsl.com and just look around that website, because we do have a lot of information about a lot of the stuff we're talking about today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kyle G. Excuse my appearance. It's Throwback Thursday. Go Titans. I have a question for Miss Ella Gilbert. We are studying political parties and interest groups at the federal level. What interactions do you have with the interest group at the local level?
Good morning, Kyle. I'm going to share this question with Kate Parmelee as well. The way we work here at the local government level is that we are nonpartisan. So we do have interactions with political parties as far as an elected official at the state or federal level is a member of a political party. However, we do not interact directly with the individual political parties, and I'll allow Kate to finish the response.
Good morning, Kyle. Yes, yes, I think so. We kind of how we work with our federal government is more government to government. So we might to speak to our congressman or a senator and ask for, we might be pursuing a federal grant and ask them for their support, or there might be a federal policy issue that that they're voting on that the city of Port St. Lucie has an interest in or wants to advocate for. So we do our advocacy more directly to the elected officials. Not, of course, the political parties are aware of our position. And they may make a comment at an event or at a public meeting. But so kind of how we work with the federal government is really as a city advocating for funding. Something kind of interesting that I think a lot of people don't always know about like how the different levels of government interact is, everyone pays federal taxes. And do you know that in some states, you pay more in federal taxes than you get back. So what we try to do through applying for grants and other federal funding is to try to advocate for more federal funding to come to the city of Port St. Lucie as we're a growing city. So that's kind of what a lot of our advocacy efforts and our work with federal officials is advocating that we are a big city that has needs that the federal government could also help support as we grow. And so because we receive funding for roads and different parks and different grant opportunities that are out there. So that's one of the kind of our main ways, but hopefully that helps answer your question.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Juliana Arroyo, and my question is for Mayor Shannon Martin. What are some future plans or goals for our county?
Thanks for your question and good morning. So we have a citywide strategic plan, and that plan is based on all of the input that we receive over several years from all of you, our residents, and we try to make sure that we are meeting your needs by preparing for road infrastructure, keeping Port St. Lucie safe, clean, and beautiful, making sure we're putting in sidewalks, making sure we're repaving our roads. And all this is done on a yearly basis, and we constantly ask our residents for that input. And we also want to make sure that we are providing the level of service to you and your family, the best and the highest and best that we possibly can, and addressing our mobility issues here in the city, enhancing our quality of life by building more parks, which is another need and want that our citizens have said that they want us to keep working on. So all of those, like I said, are in our strategic plan, and at any time that you want to look up and see what's included in that, you can go to the city's website at www.cityofpsl/strategic plan, and you can take a real in-depth look about all the things that we're doing here in Port St. Lucie. And also, as Kate mentioned in a prior question that was asked, you can also provide your input anytime. You can come into City Hall, you can call me, you can email me, you can get me on social media and reach out and provide any and all input that you have on things that you want to see us do here for you, your family, your neighbors, and everyone here in Port St. Lucie, because the goal is to make Port St. Lucie the very best it can be.
Thank you.
Mr. Wallman, that was our last question. Is there anything else that we need to cover or that we should cover?
I would just like to thank you guys for taking the time to do this. I think these kids, the students need to be exposed to more of this type of thing because they only have a course back in middle school. So it's been a long time till they get back to government. And it's good to get them more of a foundation about what's going on with the city, because what you guys said was very relevant to what we talk about in class all the time.
Well, we appreciate you signing up for this and being a part of it and helping organize the questions and educating the students on this. And we really appreciate you. If your students have anything additional that they would like to answer or questions to our panelists, email me and I'll get back to you. And we really appreciate your time, and thank you so much. And I do want to say to your students, and I think everybody on the panel feels the same way, stay in school. It's so important. Get that education, and you can come work for the City of Port St. Lucie. We have initial jobs that you can do, internships. You can actually do all kinds of job shadowing. Come work for us. If you're interested in local government, we'd love to have you. Volunteer. Even start by volunteering. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities for you, and we appreciate your time and efforts. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys too. Is this going to be like a yearly thing, so we could do it again with the students next year?
Well, we hope to do it in person eventually, but we understand the public, actually a lot of people like the virtual because they have more of an opportunity. But Ms. Martin, did you want to answer that?
So, Mr. Wallman, anytime you would like me to come to your class and speak, I would be more than happy to do that. I think educating our students on local government is extremely important. We're the government that touches all of our residents' lives on a daily basis and affects the most change for our residents. So I'd be happy to be there anytime, any day to come and talk to your students. Thanks.
All right. Thank you guys, and have a good day.
Thank you.
You as well.
Thank you.